his time is about 1170 BC. And unfortunately for him, he was murdered and he was assassinated by his harem, his wives.
Oh, and from inside. Yeah.
Yes. What happened is that this strong pharaoh did not pick one of his harem to be his royal wife. When a king's doing that, it means that her son became automatically the heir to the throne of Egypt. But since he did not do that, they plotted against him. Especially one important woman, the strongest of them all, started to cause so much trouble with the people around, making the king unaware of his own personal security, including unsettling situation between the workers and among that. And then finally, he was killed. How do we know that? Because we found papyri, and these papyri, several papyrus pieces, dealing with the trial that took place after his death in order to capture and to punish the people responsible for his own murder. It seemed that a lot of women of the palace were involved together with high officials in order to commit this heinous act against the pharaoh. For a long time, we found his mummy, by the way, in the cache, and his mummy, by the way, is in the museum in Cairo. After examining for a long time, we were thinking that he might have been, in fact, poisoned. But in the year 2015, they examined the mummy again, and it seemed that this man, unfortunately, brutally killed by having his throat cut. And for a long time, when they were looking at the mummy, they saw a heavy bandage of linen around his neck, but they did not think bad about it. They were thinking it's just support for the neck, for the mummified body. But then removing that show us that this wonderful strong king actually died with his throat slit, and therefore it was very unfortunate for him to meet his this way as being a very strong king. But you do not mess with Egyptian ladies. You don't. But you do what is meant to be done.
Yeah.
Ramesses III was probably the last great pharaoh, at least from the military perspective. He was ruling in the time we call end of the late Bronze Age. In those days, the world was in turmoil, possibly because of climatic changes, and peoples were leaving their old towns and villages and were trying to find better places to live. So, sea people repeatedly invaded Egypt, sometimes together with Libyans. However, Ramesses III beat them. His military victories are repeatedly depicted on the walls of the mortuary temple of Ramses III. He is depicted holding his enemies' hair and killing them with a mace. The originally walled district is called Medinet Habu. However, it is dominated by the mortuary temple of Ramses III. His statues as Osiris dominate the courtyard. In the post-Pharaonic era, with the Coptic population here, it served as a Christian basilica. In the hieroglyphic inscriptions, you may have noticed a hieroglyph looking like three lines tied together. It is called three fox skins and is used for sounds like ms or mes. Wherever you can see it, there is probably the name of Ramesses. If there is a ring, a sun disk next to it, which means Ra, the sun god, as confirmed by his hieroglyph. It can be either on the left or on the right side. Then add on the other side a hieroglyph looking like a walking stick, which means character S, and then some other hieroglyphs may follow describing Pharaoh's greatness, like Nefer, and so on.